The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Check, 59. You're not ready.
To throw again, Daniels. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey. Mike's 59. Hey, Echo. 59. Hey, let's get this. 59's Mike.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go again. 58, right over there. Yeah. Smooth. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
Throwing again. Daniels. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
He's coming. 57.
On first down, Wentz. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
That's going to be a long day. We're good.
Throwing now is Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Wentz on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not doing it. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Sponge. No. Great. 82. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a first and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Oh, yeah, Mike, check. 59. Let's go. Look, squeeze. Check 99.
Back to the air on second down. Daniels. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Look at me, zipper. 59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, I 7.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking to throw. Daniels. They complete it to Hill. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Watch the safety creep.
On second down, here's Wentz. Got some room at the 30. Going to throw right side here, complete. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, they run with Howard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Slam. Safe.
Other side, solid.
Check out read. Watch the ship.
Hey, ram.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Brings up third down and 2.
Hey. Deuce.
Run.
Jim.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go.
Bravo.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 55.
2nd and long. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. And 58 is a
Bud.
Here we go.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
Down and man inside. Down and man.
There, dog. Kill.
Sunday. Here we go.
Check.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Here we go. 180. Great 15.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run.
Hey, Bud.
Baby shot. Wide. Get wide. Shoot.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2 kill.
Check 25.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. left sideline. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 45-yard line. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Here comes the ball.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Waiting.
Right here. Watch tight end. Tight right.
5'9". Hey, Alpha.
On second and a couple. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Inside 7.
Set all day.
Hey, exit.
Go ahead, take a seat. You get
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Sam off.
Check hot route.
Deep grip.
Back to throw. Daniels. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
58.
Hey, Haywood.
58 right there. Check. 58 to my
Dude.
From the gun, Daniels. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brings up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Daniels. And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Giants.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Here we go. Blue 80! Hey, stack.
They'll run on first down. Howard, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check safety. He's checking. Crash. Under 10. 10. Check. Shoot. 56.
Now Howard. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Eagles. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. On first down, it's Howard. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Trailing here in the 2nd half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Let's find two.
Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the give, running right is Howard. And he's got room. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he will find his man on the outside. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off, 2nd and inches. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Watch twist.
It's 74. Smoke.
Hey, get in the weight room.
No.
He's checking crack.
Wentz to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Shorty.
That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Eagles 28, Giants 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great...